Good morning, everybody. I promised to put up a fall one, kind of like the metallic watercolor flower we did recently. I wanted to do one, but more fall, because we definitely have more fall weather currently here in Ontario, Canada. Yeah. The summer has left us. I am doing the same process I did with the metallic watercolor flower that kind of resembles stained glass. I will link that video in the description of this video, just in case you want to see that one as well. Super easy. I wanted to do these as easy as possible for beginner rock painters or something to do with the grandkids. So if this is something that you think you can do, have fun with it and don't get stressed out. So this is my attempt at making a pumpkin. You're going to see it change a couple of times. I'm not happy with how it's looking. So whoops, I got to turn off my notifications. I always forget something, don't I? So you're going to see me adjust this pumpkin a little bit here and there until until I'm happy with it. But as long as you start with a nice black background and it's dry, you can work with this as much as you need to until you get it the way you want it. Pumpkins, you know, they're not as easy as they look. So just sketch a pumpkin on the best way you can. And then when you're happy with it, just add a little bit of, I'm doing a little bit of ground. I'm doing some spiralies. Yep, that's what we're calling them. Pumpkin spiralies. I'm doing a couple of those. And then I'm going to kind of put lines in as if it's supposed to be stained glass, just like we did with the flower. The flower was easier than the pumpkin. I'll just say that. And now I've got eraser all over my desk that I had to clean up, and you got to see that. So I'm going to start with gold. Now that I've got my pencil on there, now I'm going to do what I think looks right. I'm going to keep what I do like and put gold over it, and what I don't like I can erase or cover in black paint later. But I basically am just concerned about getting the proper shape to the pumpkin. So once I got that dealt with, I was able to do these lines at the bottom. So it kind of looks like ground. And then everything else was a little bit, the spiral's tedious, but still worth putting in there. I was just going to do like pumpkin leaves instead, but I actually like the spirals. So yeah, you do what you want to do. This is just to inspire you and to get you using some metallic watercolors again. The kind of metallic watercolors that I'm using is Iuilewatercolours from either Etsy, but there's also a link tree on their Instagram. The link is in the description of every video, probably. Some of the most beautiful color shifting watercolors I've ever used. I do plan on making watercolors again soon, but not until I can open up my shop, my Etsy shop again without worrying about duties and issues. I'm still sorting that out, not really sure what to do with it, but I'm stocking up on items. I'm painting on my time off when I'm not working my second job. And hopefully I can start selling to all of my American customers soon without any hiccups. But let me know in the comments if you have any information about that. I'm always needing information about that because I just don't understand the law the way I'd like to, and I don't want to be fined. Yeah, if you have any information about Etsy shops, Canadian Etsy sellers, any information about the tariffs and what might be changing, if anything is changing for small businesses, let me know. All information is helpful. So now the difficult part is trying to thin the lines out the best you can to make it look pretty and ready for color. So I'm just kind of doing cleanup right now, getting rid of any pencil that I didn't need, making sure that everything is lined properly, and I can kind of see the picture that I had in my mind. So there's a little bit of lines at the bottom under the pumpkin, just because this is supposed to resemble stained glass, but I kind of tried to make it look like the pumpkin is sitting on the ground. So that was the plan there. And then the rest is just kind of like night sky behind it. So I'm going to show you that more with color when I get out the watercolors. I'm just making sure that all the gold and the black is the way I want it before I bring color. And yeah, I call it my cleanup stage because it's just the tedious, boring part before we bring it to life. And yeah, I do it in pretty much all of my black and gold stones, whether I'm dotting or adding watercolor. This is usually the boring part first. So I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're all still painting. I hope I've got enough videos on my channel that you're not too bored waiting for new ones to come out. I do have a dotted mandala that I'm going to edit today, and that's a promise, and that's going up tomorrow. So this one's going up today. The blue dotted mandala is going up tomorrow. So I'm using from Iuilewatercolours the Vivid Button series. I've had this one for quite a while now, still using it to every last drop. And so I love it so much. So all of these colors do shift slightly, or some of them shift dramatically, but I'm using oranges and yellows for my pumpkin. I'm going to start with just the deepest orange that I have in the palette, and then I'm going to layer some lighter orangish yellow or gold kind of over top of it afterwards, just to kind of highlight the pumpkin a little bit. So I'm going to show you how to do that. One tip for sure, don't use too much water when you're working on rocks that have curves, because your paint will run all over the place and you'll just be like, what's going on? I didn't want you there. That's not how you want things to go. So the less amount of water you can use is perfect for this kind of task, for painting rocks, especially working over top of matte black paint. You don't want to get it too wet, because then you're going to start making that paint lift up, and then it's going to be messy. So try to just dip your brush into water and put a little bit of water into the paint, and that will activate your paint and keep it fully pigmented. You don't want it too watery. So I'm doing that with every little section of the pumpkin. I'm using 2 different shades of green, or maybe I'm just going to use the one shade. But I just want that part to be green. I want the stem to be green, and the pumpkin, I want it to be bright orange. I know it probably doesn't look very bright right now, but it will change. You will see under different lights. These paints are like so amazing. And the fact that you can make something that dries so quickly and it comes together quite quickly. Like, this takes a lot less time than blending or dotting. So if you want to make something and see it come to life fast, if you're impatient like me, watercolor is the way to go, because it's absolutely gorgeous and it just transforms. Even acrylic paintings, the watercolors just transform everything. So I will always have metallic watercolors sitting at my desk. And it's on a lot of my stones. If you've purchased my stones, you know, you recognize that glitter. You recognize the shift in color. It will transform your artwork, whether it's on rocks or canvas or wood. It will transform everything. So I am doing different colors in the background, but like I said, I do want it to resemble kind of like a night sky. So I'm going to do purples and blues in the background. So really, we're not using too many colors. We're using orange, two different shades of orange, and then green, purple, and blue. So you can also do this, follow all the steps up until you have black and gold and you have your template sitting there. You can choose to dot it as well. You don't have to use color shifting watercolors. If you don't have them available, you can dot it. You can do glitter paint. Micheals or paint stores like Folkart does offer a lot of different glitter paints or dragonfly glitter. You can use glitter glue to fill in all the little sections. So you're not stuck just using dots or watercolor, but there's lots of options. So this one's like a turquoise, teal, but it does shift as well to a little bit of purple. But so purple and blue, purple and teal or turquoise in the background, and I think that just makes it look more Halloweeny, more fall-like. But if you want to dot it, you can dot it. If you just want to paint it in sections like stained glass, I would start with a white background and then get your little finger sponges out because you're going to want to blend that in there nicely. Or you can even do metallic watercolor background like this and then dots over top. It will also transform your artwork. But it's totally up to you. This is just an idea to give you some inspiration, like I say. I'm making sure, because of all the watercolor, I might have gone over top of some of the gold, and I want that gold to stand out nice and bright. I don't want it dulled down by any glitter. So I'm going back over all of those gold lines to make sure they stand out nicely. And you do see a difference when I do this final job of lining here. You do see a difference where the gold just kind of pops and it looks more like stained glass. So I'm going to line this around the edge because I did only want to do half the rock in color and the other half natural, so we can appreciate that beautiful stone as well. I'm going to do a black line after this gold line that I'm doing, just to line everything off and separate it from the natural stone. And then I'm going to seal it with resin, and it's going to be magical. So I think that's, of course, my favorite part. I hope you stay to the end to see it. If you can hype my video, please click the hype button. You're allowed, I think the hype button's only visible on mobile apps, so your phone or maybe iPads, I'm not really sure. And if you can't find the hype button, just hit the like button or share, and that's just as fine with me. I appreciate all of you. So I'm going to be right back with this all resined beautifully, and I might even take it outside. So I'll see you in just a minute. And here is the star of the show. Isn't it beautiful? I brought it outside because the sun was shining just a little bit for a moment or two. And wow, it changes so much. I think you guys are really going to like making one of these, so definitely give it a try. It's something nice and easy to start with, these watercolor ones. Super fun. I will be back very, very soon. I'm going to start editing the next one as soon as I'm done with this one, so that should be up tomorrow. Don't forget to keep painting, and thank you for being a part of my rock painting family. You guys are amazing, talented, loving, amazingly loving people, and I appreciate you. So stay tuned. I'll be back. Until then, I love you.